Have you ever wondered whether the little things you do every day, habits that feel harmless, are quietly shifting the way people see you? Imagine walking into a room and sensing a subtle pull away, a cooler smile, a bit more distance. It isn't about what you say so much as how you carry yourself. In the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the curtain on 12 behaviors that can erode the respect and warmth you've earned over a lifetime. These aren't meant to shame you. Think of them as blind spots that, once seen, you can gently correct. Stay with me, because a handful of simple tweaks could completely transform how others experience you, and more importantly, how you experience yourself. It might start with something as small as slipping into yesterday's clothes. When you choose comfort over care, people don't just notice, they react. Clothes that hang awkwardly, fabrics that have lost their spring, or colors that no longer reflect the person you are today, send a message. You've checked out. It's not about chasing fashion, it's about showing up for the present. A well-fitting shirt or a pair of pants tailored to your changing shape signals self-respect. And when you respect yourself, people feel invited to respect you in return. Next time you dress, pause and ask, am I showing the world that I'm still here, fully engaged? If you can answer yes, you've already won half the battle. Words carry weight, but tone carries the soul of your message. Speaking without a filter may feel liberating. You've earned the right to say what's on your mind, but untempered honesty can sting. A remark meant to be funny or instructive can land like a judgment, causing friends and family to recoil. Before you speak, give yourself a heartbeat to ask, is this kind? Is this helpful? The richest conversations come from a place of curiosity, not blunt force. When you temper truth with compassion, people lean in, eager for the wisdom you offer. Slip into harshness, and they'll lean away, sometimes without you ever knowing why. We all slow down with time, and that's natural. But moving without awareness of the space around you, blocking aisles, drifting into another's path, can create friction in the most mundane moments. Shared spaces demand shared courtesy. A quick glance to the side, a small shift in your step, a pause before you stroll down a narrow hallway. These tiny efforts signal that you're still in tune with the world. Conscious movement isn't about speed, it's about presence. And presence is the quiet form of respect that people remember long after the interaction ends. There's power in a well-timed laugh, but humor that relies on outdated stereotypes or digs at someone else's expense no longer lands the way it used to. A harmless joke from decades past can now come across as insensitive or dismissive. The best humor today is self-aware. It lifts everyone up rather than pointing fingers. Try poking fun at yourself, sharing a playful anecdote that shows your willingness to evolve. When you laugh with people instead of at them, you become the one they want to be around. When you overwhelmingly focus conversations on your health challenges, detailing every ache, pill, or appointment, you risk turning every chat into a clinic visit. Yes, it's important to share vulnerabilities, but when that becomes the default, listeners can feel overwhelmed or helpless. Balance is key. Share a brief update, then ask about their lives, the book they're reading, the project they're excited about, or the little victory they had today. Shifting the spotlight makes interactions feel reciprocal, not burdensome. Dominating a conversation often springs from a genuine desire to help, but unchecked, it silences others. You might launch into an anecdote, explanation, or life lesson, and realize 10 minutes later that no one else has spoken. Thoughtful dialogue is a dance. Every voice needs room to move. Practice restraint. After you share your insight, pause and invite another point of view. You'll find that people start opening up more, trusting that their thoughts truly matter. There's a difference between asking for help when you need it and defaulting to helplessness. Relying too quickly on others for simple tasks, carrying a bag, operating a device, or finding your way, can unintentionally send a message that you no longer trust yourself. Effort matters more than perfection. People admire someone who tries, stumbles, and tries again. Next time you feel the urge to say, "Can you do that for me?" Pause and consider whether you can manage it on your own. Even a small success, loading your own groceries or sending a text without assistance, builds confidence for you and respect from others. Holding fast to outdated beliefs can erect walls between you and the world. Insisting that's just how it is, or dismissing new perspectives as too sensitive, shuts down dialogue. Curiosity is the bridge that connects generations. Instead of judging, ask questions. What has this change meant for you? Or, how do you see technology transforming your daily life? You'll discover there's wisdom in fresh viewpoints, and that openness can inspire admiration rather than resistance. Neglecting personal hygiene is one of the most subtle yet powerful signals of how much you value yourself. When you wear clothes more than once without washing, skip brushing your hair, or let fingernails grow too long, people notice on a primal level. Scent, appearance, and grooming are intertwined with dignity. You don't need designer labels or heavy fragrances, just a clean shirt, neat hair, and trimmed nails. These small acts of self-care tell your friends and family, I still care about who I am and how I show up. Interrupting or talking over someone, even with the best intentions, communicates that your story matters more than theirs. We all want to be heard, and sometimes you might feel you have wisdom that must be shared. But listening earns trust more than lecturing. Try counting in your head to 3 after someone finishes speaking before you respond. That fraction of a second signals respect and gives the other person a chance to add more. You'll find that conversations deepen and relationships strengthen when everyone feels truly listened to. Criticizing younger generations, mocking their habits, fashion, or values, can drive a wedge between you and those you care about. We all think the next generation has it easy, but every age faces its own challenges. Instead of judgment, cultivate curiosity. What's your favorite way to unwind after work? Or how did you learn to navigate social media? Showing genuine interest invites connection, turning potential conflict into meaningful exchange. Finally, needing to always be right can exhaust those around you. Correcting every detail at dinner or dismissing other viewpoints as naive can push others into silence. Wisdom isn't about dominating a conversation, it's about knowing when to speak and when to listen. When you let go of the urge to win every debate, people start coming to you for guidance, not because they're intimidated, but because they trust that your input is thoughtful and valued. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. Which of these behaviors have crept into your daily life without you noticing? Which ones feel easiest to shift, and which will require more conscious effort? Remember, these are not flaws. They're habits that can quietly form over time. Awareness is the first step toward change. By tuning in to how you present yourself, through your appearance, your words, and your actions, you reclaim the power to shape your relationships and leave a legacy of grace, respect, and genuine connection. What small change will you make today? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found these insights helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more ways to live and age with intention. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.